From the backwoods and the swamp waters of the Sunshine State and all across America and the world, this is the Big and Wild Outdoors.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is the Big and Wild Outdoors. I'm Braden Gunn. This is Captain Vince Noble, and we
Bone Valley.
are in Bone Valley.
The middle of nowhere.
We are in Bone Valley. Bone Valley ATV Park out here in Polk County, Florida. A little bit south of Mulberry, a little bit north of
Parish.
Ona. And no, we're east of Parish. We're very east of Parish.
Is we're in the middle of podunk nowhere.
Yeah.
And I don't even have a nothing. I can't
Cell
get
phone?
my cell phone.
No,
nothing.
we used to come out here and we would broadcast the radio show from out here. We'd get here at 5 o'clock in the morning, set up everything, get the board and all the stuff set up, and then we had a 5G network that we'd have to hook up to. We would lose the show probably at least 3 or 4 times.
That's how far out we are.
We're out here. We're in it, and it is a park. It is the Bone Valley ATV Park, and it is run by the county. It's not a private entity. It's not somebody that owns a bunch of land. This is land that was taken over by the county from the old phosphate pits.
There's phosphate mines around here everywhere.
They're all over the place, and since they really can't build any houses on it, you've got literally thousands and thousands and thousands of acres out here that are just going, I don't know, what do you want to do with it? What do you want? There's lakes everywhere. There's awesome bass in each one of those lakes, but you just can't get to you can't get to it.
I mean, you can get to them.
Well, but it's privately owned. It's property that's privately owned by the big phosphate mining companies, and unless you know somebody or you're married to somebody,
I would highly recommend not doing it.
It's like trying to get Green Bay Packer tickets. It's like an impossibility unless it's willed to you. But no, it's a beautiful place, and since it is run by the county, it is unbelievably well maintained. You can't tell me those bathrooms in there aren't cleaner than the ones at your fast food restaurant.
They're pretty clean. For a park, they're very clean.
And I mean, they've got wash-off stations here. They've got ATV rentals out here with another company that's come out to do that. But it's run by the county. So yeah. It's a park. It's considered a park. So there are some rules and there are some regulations. It's not like you can just show up at like you could at your brother-in-law's piece of property and go run around like a crazy person in a pair of shorts and flip-flops. You have to have proper clothing. You have to have proper shoe wear and helmets and things like that.
Which is smart. I mean, you want to have that anyways because you are out in the middle of nowhere, and God forbid something happens.
Yeah.
You should have the helmets. You should have the gloves, the boots, and everything. You're not going to hop on them with a pair of flip-flops.
No. To reiterate what he just said, we were so far out here that about 6 years ago, the first time we came out here for the grand opening of this place, it's still really practically new. I asked Derek Harp, the guy who actually oversees everything out here. There's an area over here on the other side of the hill that's got a corral around it, and I thought, oh, that must be for like the little peewee riders, the little kids on electric scooters or razors or whatever, and they want to bring them out. And he goes, no, that's our helicopter landing pad.
Wow. That makes sense, though.
And I go,
makes all the sense in the world.
I said, helicopter landing pad for what? You got like VIPs? He goes, no, man, we are so far away from the nearest hospital. And we're out here where you drove out here. It's county roads and back roads and everything to get here.
I'll tell you that story in a second. We'll go into that.
But so for that emergency that has to be taken care of immediately, they actually have an area to land a helicopter.
So kind of give you an idea, if you're looking at the map, where we're at in Polk County, the closest 2 hospitals would be Manatee over by Sarasota.
Or Lakeland Regional.
Or
Plant City.
Or Tampa General.
Yeah.
But there's no getting there in 5-10 minutes. It's a good 40-minute ride.
There's not one in Bartow.
No. No.
There's not one in Mulberry.
There might be an emergency clinic somewhere, but that ain't going to cut it.
No.
No,
So,
not at all.
I mean, they have thought of just about everything out here when it comes to doing this stuff. I mean, well-maintained roads, all the trails out here. We have another one here in the state called Croom. You've heard of Croom.
I've been there.
You pay it for sticker. You get to use it any way you want to, and it's the pit at a Slipknot concert. Okay. It's people running around everywhere on any kind of vehicle they want to drive around.
There's no control.
There's no control, and plenty of accidents and injuries. Out here, all the trails are maintained, and they're all one way in and one way out.
So you're not getting that
yeah.
crossover, people coming at you, and you have to duck and dodge. Yeah.
Every trail is like a big loop, but they're all off of, like, let's say, an interstate highway. So everything has an exit that you go off, like on trail H or C or D or A or whatever. It all goes in and comes out back onto the main drag.
That's smart.
So you can just go to the next one and then go in. Now I'm saying I'm making it simple like a horseshoe, but they're not. I mean, they're off, they're out, they're over, they're going, and they're all over the place.
Right.
And then you come back, but it's all one way. So you don't have the risk of somebody coming around a tree.
Head-on collisions as you're turning a corner. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, because you're allowed to ride two-wheel, ATVs, four-wheelers, as we saw as a guy go by, and also the side-by-sides that, you could put 4 or 5,
like the
6
Can-Ams and stuff.
Yeah, you could put 6 people in that bad boy.
That's pretty cool.
And go for a ride. And then in the back area is a big open field with a big motocross track on there, where that's kind of like the open play area where you can go and just, be nutty.
Well, isn't it Bone Valley also has the first, they call it the roller coaster trail?
Yeah.
Now too, that I think just opened up last May.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that. I'd like to see that. That looks pretty cool.
Maybe we can get Joe to take us out on the UTV.
I'll tell you what, Joe's my favorite part of the park.
Yeah.
When we pulled in, Joe had me cracking up.
Well, Joe is a newer kind of arrival from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So I told him all about Carlos, the Cuban redneck, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we used to do that crazy stuff out there too, man. It's just about the same way." So it's
speaking of the devil.
There he is.
Why don't we get Mr. Joe over here on the show?
How many people am I taking?
Well, I don't. Right now we're filming, so
probably 2 or 3.
1, 7, 29. How many people can you put in that Ranger?
Well, I'll get one that's a 4-seater.
That'll work. Joe, why don't you come over here and introduce yourself?
Let's just say hi. I mean, of course, Joe was working at the gate when we first came pulling in this morning.
I want to jump out so Joe can get in.
And we brought in. And we started talking with Joe. He was the first friendly face.
There, Joe.
He's one of the first friendly faces that you'll see when you come to Bone Valley. The other young lady that was in there sharing the office with you, her name is? Christina. And she's out actually working while Joe's out driving around doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, making sure the park is safe and clean.
Yeah, and now Joe is a newest arrival. How long you been in Florida?
No, I've been here about almost 4 years now.
4 years?
Yeah.
So you're still shiny and new?
Yeah, I'm still learning.
Now, do you live out here in this area, or do you live closer to town? Or
I live in Lakeland.
Lakeland, so you make the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were explaining to the folks how they had to have a helicopter pad out here because hospitals are pretty far and few in between out here.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but now, as a guy who works here, 4 years, dedicated working for the Park Service, going all over the place. What do you think about Bone Valley?
It's the best that you can find.
Really?
Yeah, we keep it safe. We work on the trails. We make sure the place is clean at all times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, do you get a chance to come out here and just let your hair down and get crazy and go nuts out on the open field?
I plan on getting a bike and actually trying that.
Wait, 2 wheels? You're gonna go with 2 wheels?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually, I'm considering that. Yeah.
See, they got you, man. They got you hooked.
Yeah, I'm jealous of all these older men in my age because I'm 64 and I like to see people that are my age having fun like this.
Yeah, but most of those are all bougie guys driving BMWs and higher up motorcycles, so they can just look good with all their stuff on.
All I gotta tell you is that we've got people 80 years old riding.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean everything from
they're
little
in great
kids,
shape. Yeah.
little kids on
Little
Pee-wees and
kids having
PWs.
fun, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we've tried to tell people that, since this is a park, it's maintained differently than, say, an open public area like Croom, per se, and other places where
Right.
it can get a little dangerous. I used to ride as a young man out in Croom because it was the only place. But now, Bone Valley has gotten to be so popular that now you're looking to expand across the road.
Yes, sir. We're doing a lot more expansion. Completely. Excuse
Now
me.
this one here across the street, how many acres is that going to be? Is that 400 or 500? What is that?
I think it's about 500.
About 500?
Yeah,
And
it's
it
right
has-
by the lake. So
Right.
It's beautiful. Very beautiful.
And you can actually start here, go around, maintain, get on the trail, and they have a UTV motorcycle friendly bridge that goes over to the other side.
Yes.
So you don't even have to cross a public roadway.
Right. It's safe. Definitely safe.
Well, then that way you don't have those Polk County sheriffs out here, writing tickets to guys because they don't have a blinker or tags or anything else. Because as soon as you get on that public road,
Yep, that's right.
as Grady Judge would say, your butt is mine.
Yes.
So they can own it and do it whatever they want
He's one
to.
of my best friends too. Yeah.
Oh, Grady, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And all his family that I know that serve our parks.
It's-
The Polk County sheriffs protect our parks.
Right, and not only that, it's every time anybody even mentions that they should get in a run for governor, Polk
Yes.
County erupts into civil
Yeah.
war and basically
Yeah.
says you're not taking him
Yeah,
from
I'd
us.
I would love him to.
Governor, no, he needs to run for president.
Yeah. Grady's the best.
Well, you can be good now. For anybody who wants to come out here, the easiest way we tell everybody, since phone calls, all that other stuff are kind of antiquated, but
You can see us on Facebook.
You
We're
got it on
Fa-
Facebook.
We're on Facebook, and it's only $15 admission for adults. Kids under 5 are free,
yeah,
and it's only $5 for kids up to 15.
Right.
16 they consider an adult.
right. Well, because you can get your driver's license.
Yes,
and,
yes.
you
A
should
lot
be-
of them do driving here.
Yeah,
With
well,
their parents. Yeah.
but for that's an entire day, so it's
Yeah.
not something where
And then
you're limited.
We also have the yearly pass. I think it's $200 for the yearly pass.
That would be the way to go.
Yeah.
That way you can just come anytime for any
And
of the
just
events.
show us the badge and just keep going.
So last Saturday you guys were closed up, and I was just wondering, did anybody find Sasquatch?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
You weren't here for it?
I
You were
wasn't
not
here for that
Oh,
one.
you
but
weren't?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they do these
we
great.
we had the event. I was there for the event, but I wasn't here to see that actual.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they always have all these great events throughout the year.
Oh, we
where-
do a lot of parks.
Yeah.
I actually work out of the one in Davenport. I think it's called Nerf.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm at that park a lot too.
Yeah, Davenport's.
For football, baseball, a lot of leagues, and it's $1 million park.
Right.
Yeah.
Now this one here, of course, last time I spoke to Derek, we were out here all doing on the radio show, is he was talking about the new expansion that was coming across the street, but they're also eyeballing other pieces of property around the area as well.
Yeah, I heard a lot of rumors going around, but we're working on it.
So
Definitely.
now with Bone Valley, what are we looking at total acreage just on this side of it right now?
Ooh, I
Take a
can't-
guess.
I can't answer that one. I wish I could, but
600, 800, 900?
they've got a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. We can do so much,
Well,
and it's a beautiful park. So,
well,
yeah.
well, we appreciate you stopping by
I
and coming
appreciate
in.
you guys.
And a little later on, we'll have you go take him down through the twisty-turny up the hill, down around the tree trail, down here on the back corner.
Yeah, I'll show them every part of the park.
That'd be awesome.
No problem.
We appreciate
That's what
it.
we're here to serve. And public, thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Go do a smoky burnout. It's okay. It won't bother us.
try to get a 4-seater.
Okay. Whatever you can maintain. Thank you, Joe.
You gotta love some Joe, boy. I'll tell you.
telling
what,
you.
he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, well, I know that, like we said and like he said, it's reasonably priced, and the yearly pass is probably the best way to go, especially for a family.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
all the big events that they do out here every single year with July 4th, New Year's, Sasquatch. Thank you, Joe. And, you know, really, in reality, you can come out here, you can set up a little grill, you can cook out some hot dogs, make it an entire day, put up a little hammock, take a little nap, do all the kind of stuff that
I
you need
just
to
got
do.
the official brochure of what to do, what not to do, hours of operation.
Yeah,
No, that's the summer hours, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., which we're coming up on.
right.
That's awesome. June 1st through September 30th. Winter hours, October 1st through May 31st, 8 a.m. to 5. And the only days they're closed, what days they're closed? What do you think?
Only day they're closed would be Christmas.
And Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Christmas Day and Thanksgiving.
Well, I know that maintaining it open summer hours because we're going to be falling back, so it's not going to get dark until 9 o'clock. So it'll be awesome.
Actually, we go forward.
No,
Clocks go
yeah,
forward,
we go
spring
forward.
forward.
Yeah, we spring forward, so
Yeah.
it'll be daylight savings time. Yeah. So.
I love it because now we get some more daylight. Man,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when that clock changes and it gets dark, I get depressed.
My kids are at the age now where they're actually noticing the clock and they're like, this is bull crap. I don't like this. I don't like getting up there in the dark and this and the other thing. And you know, so they're parents used to being out and being able to go fish until like 9-10 o'clock at night and still being daylight, basically.
Yeah. Right,
So
yeah.
he's looking forward to it coming up this summer.
So I got to tell you my story real quick on getting here today.
Okay.
So we decided to go to back roads. Lately, I've been a back road guy. I don't want to do the interstate. I don't want to do any of that garbage. I want to see the sceneries and.
But you went south to get on this back road.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Our friend Les McDowell, he's got his Dry Creek set. We were probably about 5 minutes from where we were.
That's
morning.
over in Parrish, Florida, a little bit south.
And that's
of us.
when you called. I was a little busy this morning.
Yeah, your girl picked up the phone and said, "Can you hang on a second? He's helping a guy get a cow." And I was like, "What do you mean you're getting a cow?" And she's like, "Well, apparently a cow got out." But you tell your story.
So we're coming down the road. We're just having a great conversation, having our drink, coffee, and all of a sudden I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's a cow." he's on the wrong side of the fence. Anyway, and where the fence was, it's probably about 10 yards to the road.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's pretty close. I mean, he could have wandered off and get smacked by.
Oh, and he will.
And I was like, so we got about a half a mile down the road. I'm like, nah, we gotta turn around. Turn around, we pull over. First, I try to call the FWC. Monday through Friday, nobody answers the phone.
That's right. They're not going to answer.
FWC. I mean, okay, fish and wildlife.
Unless it's an emergency.
Granted, it's not wildlife, but it's still an animal. I mean,
Right.
it's still something.
That'd be more of a sheriff's department.
No.
Manatee County Sheriff's Department.
So we got a hold of somebody like, oh no, you need to call agricultural. So I call them. Nobody picks up. Monday through Friday, 8. I'm like, all right, I'm calling the cops at this point.
Yeah, Sheriff's Department.
So I get Manatee County on the phone, and the girl's like, "Oh, is there an emergency?" No emergency. I'm just sitting on the side of the road. There's a cow on the wrong side of the fence. There's what? I said, there's a cow on the wrong side of the fence. Oh, well, hold on. Let me take some notes. Okay, sir, can you describe the animal? I'm like, it's a black juvenile cow on the wrong side of the fence.
Yeah.
Well, sir, what's he currently doing right now?
Eating.
Well, no, I go, I kind of chuckle. I'm like, he's eating like a cow?
Yeah.
No
yeah.
pun intended.
Right, yeah.
And she got a little bit of chuckle, but it was like an irritated chuckle. She's like, okay, this guy's a jerk. And I'm like, and she goes, well, sir, don't approach the wild animal. He could be dangerous.
It's not wild.
It's a cow.
It's domesticated.
It's a cow. Currently, my fiance is snuggling with the cow.
This is why whenever you have a wildlife interjection with or interdiction with a department of law enforcement that's not fishing,
like,
game, or agriculture, it's not going to help
I
at all.
don't think she's even seen a cow on TV before.
Maybe.
I'm
maybe
dying.
not.
I mean, I'm trying not to cry. I'm on the phone with this officer. Okay, well, we're going to dispatch somebody out there for you, in a few minutes, and then we'll be there. I was like, all right, we'll hang out. Braden said, we don't have to be there till 10.
Right.
We got time. Let's hang out and wait. La da la da la. No, I'm looking around. There's no officer coming.
That's a big county.
All of a sudden, whoa, this big old white truck rolls up. George and Marcia or Walter and Peggy, I don't even know what their names were at this
Right.
point. They pull up and they pushed up the cow. The cow hops through the fence. Well, the kids were breaking fences. That's what he told me. Come to find out, they know who we are. They know the Big and Wild Outdoors.
Oh, really?
They know me. They know you. They know Les McDowell.
Oh, he lives down there.
They're like, oh yeah, Lester. He's got I think he sold the property. I think they closed on the deal out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so you know Les? I'm like, yeah, well, they're all radio people together.
Right.
So he watches the show, listens to the show when he was on the
Awesome.
radio. I was like, Well, out in the middle of nowhere, I run into somebody who knows the show. How awesome is that? And we saved a cow. It's been a good day already.
So far, so good.
I mean, it was an interesting way to start the day, and I'm glad we did that.
Me, I was on the other road. I was on 674 playing bumper cars with all the rock collar phosphate pullers. So
I had no traffic at all. 62 straight over.
Well, I didn't either, except for guys who were going, get out of the way!
I didn't even have that. It was beautiful.
Well, speaking of getting out of the way, we're going to take a quick break. We are the Big and Wild Outdoors. I'm Braden Gunn. This is Captain Vince Noble. We are out at Bone Valley ATV Park. Go to bonevalleyatv.com. You'll get all the information you'll need, and you'll get a nice little everything that's on that little brochure.
Come out and meet Joe. We'll be right back.
Chapel, Florida, and I love watching Big and Wild Outdoors on Carbon TV.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Big and Wild Outdoors. Braden Gunn, Captain Vince Noble out at Bone Valley ATV Park for the day today. In case you're wondering, Bill George is about 40 miles that way.
He went south this weekend, didn't he?
Yep, he's opening day of youth turkey season, so he's out doing his thing.
I'd be curious to find out. I'd love to track how many miles that man drives in a year.
Oh, he's killed about 3 Suburbans since I've known him.
Yeah.
Literally, just ran him into the ground.
The white one?
Yeah, well,
that was a scary one.
He had 2 white ones, now he's got the black one.
Which one did he have the turkey feet in the window?
That was another white one. That was the original, one of the original white ones that he had. But yeah, he's out turkey hunting, and turkey season's getting underway. Phone calls, people are calling me, and my buddy Josh called me up. He's like, hey man, you seen any turkeys up there around Sumter County, da-da-da-da-da? And I was like,
not yet.
Well, I'm not going to tell him yes, but...
Well, yeah, the answer's not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. I'm still looking.
You know what you give them the standard answer? I haven't seen them, but I know they're there.
I heard them.
I know they're there. But yeah, so Bill George is getting screwy. It's turkey season, so it's that time of year. So out there. Well, speaking of that time of year, you mentioned it. Spring is here with the summer hours and stuff that's going to be coming here to Bone Valley. My son is itching to get back to his spots for summertime fishing, and it was announced this past week by some industry experts that if you're going to hold off for your fishing gear, that may not be a good idea.
Why is that?
Now would be the time to maybe get your fishing stuff at the price that you think you want to get it at.
Let me guess. The tariffs.
The tariffs.
Yes.
The tariffs that are going to be coming in, and I didn't think
Shimano and all these companies that are overseas.
Yeah.
Daiwa and all that.
Well, and then of course the new tariffs on metals, aluminum, and all the other stuff that reels and things are made out of.
All the John boats too.
John boats, all these things, all the fishing industry might take a little hit for a while before things kind of even out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the experts are saying that fly reels, because with all the big aluminum reels that they do for fly reels,
right,
are going to probably go up. I didn't even think of this, but now with the new tariffs against Canada, what do you think we import from Canada that would affect the fishing industry besides reels and some other stuff?
Probably lures and baits.
Worms!
Let's say baits, yeah.
Worms! Live worms!
Why are we getting live worms from Canada?
Well, I don't understand why we're getting it. Well, because they got those big giant, they grow those big giant Canadian night crawlers up there.
Okay.
That are like 8, 9, 10 inches long. So
it's a lot of worms.
So they say that everything from worms to eyes to aluminum bodies, blanks that are made in China and then Korea, South Korea, all
That's
these places
insane.
that these people are doing. Now, I understand what the president's trying to do. He's like, if you don't like the tariffs, start making it here in the United States. Start giving jobs to United States workers.
But the problem is, the United States workers are, they won't do it for the money that they want to get.
I understand that you're looking at the big picture where the guy that's sitting at the top of the pyramid is not making as much money anymore, but you know what? Bite the bullet, you son of a gun. You know? I mean, seriously. I mean, we've lost so many big lure companies, local lure companies that used to be made locally.
We got one left.
I mean, in the States and everywhere else, who?
Mirror.
Mirror Lure, yeah, well, yeah.
They're located in Largo, Florida.
But now they do have some of their bodies and stuff, I think, that are made overseas.
The plastics and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that would make sense.
But Barracuda Tackle used to be one.
Gone.
Barracuda Baits.
Barracuda.
Yeah, Barracuda Baits. I mean, you had Rapala, if you whatever you want to say it.
Yeah.
All these big companies that were bought by major corporations that have all been pulled under the umbrella, and they're like, "Oh, why are we paying all these guys, $1 billion to work for us when we can get it made for 65 cents over in?"
They're outsourcing and they're trying, but the lower the prices they make it for, the better prices that we can buy it for too. I get, and that's the business side of it. Does it suck for workers? Yes.
But I said, there's going to be a run on Temu. There's going to be a run on Facebook. There's going to be a run on all these Amazon, all these places where they, these guys that sell all these Chinese-made baits and stuff like that. Dude, you can go to Temu and buy 15 Mirror Lure knockoffs for like $8.
Yeah, but they're also
a Mirror Lure's $15.
But they're knockoff. I mean, have you ever bought anything from Temu?
No.
Yeah, don't.
No.
I thought I was buying Hey Dudes, and I got Yo Bro shoes. Okay. So,
Yo, bros, these are falling apart. Yo, bro, these don't last. Yo, bro, these are a piece of crap.
Pretty much.
No, I got you. Yeah.
So, I mean, and I'm all for, don't get me wrong, I'm all for American-made products.
Yeah.
I'd rather see it made here, done here, by us, for us, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And is it a little bit more expensive? Yes. I'm willing to pay a little bit more expensive. Prime example this morning. We went out to breakfast. We got up early. We're at breakfast at 7 o'clock. Sat down and I ordered a breakfast combo, 2 eggs, pancakes, yada, yada, yada. The lady's like, well, there's going to be a 25-cent surcharge for the eggs. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Because eggs are like flipping gold right now,
$8 to $9.
I don't mind paying it because, they got to make a living.
Right.
And I want some eggs.
Sure.
So I'll pay an extra 25 cents for an egg.
When I was working back in the day at G5, I literally, when I took over the fishing department, I tried to bring in 60 to 70% locally made plastic baits.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
And I remember there were bait companies here in the state of Florida that are made here locally in the state of Florida, and I wanted to carry their products because that brings customer loyalty, it brings name recognition, it also brings in guys that are like, oh, these are made right here, these are made right here in Lake Wales, these are made over here. The problem was, even though the baits were made here, the products and things that they used to make the baits with,
it's coming from overseas.
Comes from China.
So they're just assembling the products. They're not actually.
Well, they're manufacturing them, but the like the gels and the stuff they needed for the plastics. When we had COVID and the ships are sitting offshore, they couldn't make the baits because they couldn't get the products.
That is very true.
Even though they were being made here in America by American workers, the plastics were coming from overseas.
And you'll probably heard us say this on the show before too. What's the last lure that were truly American made that we talk about? And we've mentioned it, and I've mentioned it. He was my Spanish teacher in middle school.
Love Lures.
Yes, sir.
Love Lures.
Yeah.
And still a great company, and I don't know why somebody hasn't done to try to mimic that at all.
We've talked about that. I remember sitting in Spanish class. Hola.
Making baits.
Making baits.
You and about 9,000 other classmates throughout the years he'd have assembling.
But you know what? That's a smart teacher. He's teaching us Spanish and he's teaching us how to manufacture something all at the same time.
Yeah, and business practices. It's all good. Yeah, get your free workers at school. But there are some companies that that are still around that spoon manufacturers, stuff like that still make products here in the United States. But the problem is unless they're getting plastics and the liquids and things they need that are manufactured here in the United States, they're getting them from overseas.
Yeah, it is sad. It's sad that we have to do that.
And they're like going, well, I try to buy from Vince's Plastics, but he wants so much money for it. He wants $20 a bottle for Screaming Purple motor oil, when I can get it out of China for $1.
But now with the tariffs, you're going to get pooched on it.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Hopefully it'll spur some entrepreneurship here in the United States. Also, I wanted to bring up the fact that, as you said, the boat prices, especially with aluminum, again, it was so hard during COVID to get aluminum boats.
It was hard to get engines.
I got to ask you a question. You're a recent boat buyer, not of an aluminum boat, but go try to find a 10 or 8 foot John boat, an aluminum John boat.
You can't. They're not out there.
They won't make them anymore. They're on their websites. If you go look at Lowe, you look at Lumacraft, you look at anywhere else that used to manufacture one that you could slide in the back of the truck.
No, I haven't seen one like that in forever.
They don't do them because it's cost prohibitive to build them. They're not making them because people don't want them as much as, or at least they say they don't.
Right.
But the people who do want them, you can't find them unless you find them used, sitting in somebody's backyard they don't use anymore.
And I'm sure there are plenty of those out there, but yeah, you're not getting a brand new one. That's not happening.
Well,
and especially now with the aluminum pricing going up, that's definitely not going to happen.
Well, because the reason I found this out is because my son was looking for a little shorty, like a 10 foot or an 8 foot aluminum John boat that he could slide in the back of the truck and go out and be able to stand up in and fish the mangroves. Oh, anyway, you can't find them. But it's like the used car market during COVID when they couldn't get chips. Those aluminum boats that you got in the backyard that are sitting out there, growing plants underneath it, and a family of raccoons is living under it.
Yeah, that's good money.
That thing is now doubled in price that you thought it was worth to your neighbor.
So put it out there, put it on Facebook Marketplace. Let's get it sold.
If you said, just give me $100 for it, now you're asking $400 for it.
Yeah. Talking about boats, I got to shout out to Sticker Dude out on Belcher Road in Largo.
I saw it.
I just got my boat wrapped.
Put it up on the...
Yeah, it'll be up here in this corner.
Put it up there.
I'll show you guys.
It turned out nice. I love the color.
Yeah, the color's sharp. It's going to pop when it's on the water. I think we're going to take it out next Sunday.
Yeah? Who's we?
Me and my brother, so we can get some footage on it. I want to
nice.
get some video footage so I can make my own commercial. But there is something I'm dying to talk about with you. I know we talked about tariffs. That's all boring stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, I'm obsessed, and I think you already know where I'm going with this because you have a little bit of a problem too. What was the text message I said to you? Hi, my name is Braden Gunn, and I have a Hunter Call the Wild problem. Yeah, we got issues, bro.
It's my son's fault.
I'm going to kick his little butt.
He downloaded it into Xbox, and for the past 2 weeks, I've literally been obsessively playing this game, The Hunter Call of the Wild. You got it for PlayStation, right?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah,
I got it on Xbox One. So I'm now having conversations with my son like this. I don't know why I can't track in the rain. I don't know why I can't do this. Why in the morning if I shoot a big moose, I don't see tracks? He goes, Dad, you got to turn the light on. You got to turn your hand lamp on. And he goes, and I go, I went online, I went on YouTube, I'm watching tutorials, I'm watching all this stuff. He goes, oh my gosh, Dad, you sound like a gamer now. You're a full-fledged gamer. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yep.
No, I'm not.
Yep, you are.
And what did I do last night?
Sat there and played the game.
And what did I send you?
A couple of pictures of the
I
game.
got an awesome whitetail last night. I shot a 10-point, a nice one, and then I walk 100 miles through the woods. I shoot an awesome 8-point blacktail.
Did you find them though?
Yeah, I found them.
See, I had the same scenario. I shot a moose, big rack. Shot this moose, and it had to have been a hard shot.
Wait, you're shooting it with the starter rifle?
Yeah.
The 243?
Yeah.
Piece of crap.
It is a piece of crap, but I figured I hit it like right dead center where the heart would be.
In real life, he's not going to live.
Real life, 10 yards drop. This thing, 25 miles later, and it starts to rain. I lose the blood trail.
Yeah.
And then this game, I love and hate this game because as
drives
you're
me
doing,
insane.
you're doing your trail, you're following the trail. Rah, black bear call. Oh, let's turn. Squirrel. Ah, crap! I just lost the trail.
They do that to you on purpose.
Good
The
night.
closer you get to the game that's down, all of a sudden, black-tailed deer, oh, elk,
The ducks.
bears, everybody's calling at you, going, "Look over here! Look over here! Look over here!" They do that on purpose, so you learn to stay on track. Try to find that blood trail, or at least that's what I'm hoping anyway.
Well, the one deer that I popped, that I sent you the picture of, I hit it, and as soon as it started to run, I dropped the rifle and I hit the run button. I'm looking at the meter, and I'm running for like hundreds of yards. The heart rate's going like this. I'm about to pass out on the game, and I'm like, I am not losing this deer.
I need that extra $300 to buy ammo.
Finally got him. I was like, oh, my first trophy.
Well, if you've
And that was a week ago.
go check out our Facebook page. Go to Facebook.com/Big and Wild. And I have a picture up there because I literally said whoever designed this game obviously is not a hunter, because I put up the x-ray shot that you can do. I shot a doe, a black-tailed doe, literally through the head with a 243 at 25 yards and had to track her for about 3/4 of a mile.
That deer should have immediately dropped.
And when you look at the description on how you killed it, it says it was a flesh wound to the left scapula. That's in the shoulder blade.
Yeah, scapula and
And I'm
head.
like, and I go, you tell me, because you see the line, it'll show you right where it is. And deer's like, literally, boom, top of the head, gone. 243, 25 yards with a soft point. No.
Nothing.
No. That thing's going to spin and fall right
Yeah,
where it was.
like right where it's at.
Yeah, that game is, like you said, it's maddening and it's exciting all at the same time. Because
But-
I will tell you this, you're sitting on the couch like this. And then all of a sudden,
Then you perk up.
and you pull up the binoculars, you look, and here comes this big old elk stepping out. And then all of a sudden, shoot, you're switching over, you get the rifle and you bring it up, hit the button, take a breath, boom! And when that shot goes off and he takes off running, and you drop that rifle to see where he's going, your heart rate is still going.
It's
still
the
going.
Stupidest thing ever, but
It
it
is.
is true.
Because you're like going, it's just a video game, you shouldn't care. Physically, mentally, your body still knows. Buck fever, there he is, it does it.
Yeah, again, love it, hate it. And I'm trying to do my game organically. I am not going to pay for all
I'm not either.
$7 upgrade packs, buy this rifle pack. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that's my son's solution. Dad, just get the hunter pack, get the high powered pack, and you get a 300 mag, you get a 338, and you get a 30-06.
That's the youth
I'm
of
like,
America. I want
I'm
it. I
like,
want it now.
I'm not spending $7 of my money. The heck with this. I said, I'm shooting for the Warden 270. That's what I'm looking for, and then I'm good to go.
I'm earning my keep.
270 will kill anything in North America.
Have you done this part yet?
What?
You're playing the game, and there's nothing going on, and it's quiet, and it starts to rain. I dozed off the other night playing this. I was like, oh, wait, hold on.
No.
I had to wake myself up, so I had to.
Are you in a stand or are you on the ground?
I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
You haven't built stands yet?
no, I haven't. I don't have the money to do anything.
Oh,
yet.
I built stands all
So
around.
I'm like, so I'm just like walking through the woods, falling asleep. I'm like, okay, I get the deer. I start making my calls, wake me up. I'm like, bro, I gotta go to bed. This thing's stupid.
Yeah.
I gotta get some sleep.
I've turned into your modern 20th century hunter. When I get set up and I'm watching a place and I'm calling and I'm watching and I hear a call off in the distance, I'm this guy. I put the controller down, pick up the cell phone,
And wait.
doing the snuffer, just like any other hunter of today. I'm sitting there going, oh, you know what, I can check my email, I can do this. Oh, look, what's going on Facebook? Okay. Then you hear, he's a little closer. Okay, and I need
Now you kinda
I need to put
perk
the phone
up,
down,
yeah.
pick up the controller, and get back
I
in it.
found myself perched up into some brush and some tree that came down.
Right.
So I laid down doing this because I could hear him coming, and I hear the call, and I saw one coming out the corner. I'm like, and as soon as I dropped the binoculars to grab the gun, gone.
Well,
Takes off.
you can go try it for yourself. You can find out. You can be as frustrated as I am. The worst one that happened this week, I'm on the edge. I'm on this place. I'm hidden. Deer all around. I'm waiting for Mr. Big to show up because all the females, all the doe elk are down there, the
Right.
cows. So I hear the big boy. He's coming. And I'm not kidding you, Vince. He steps out.
In front of you.
Steps out. He's 35 yards away. I pull up the rifle. Clap of thunder.
I would have been mad.
Because you're hunting up in the northeast, northwest section of like Washington or something. It literally crack.
I would have been hot.
Well, what does he do? Boogity, 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 boogity.
Gone.
I mean, I'm literally just going like this, and it went off. I thought it was a shot. I was like, who just shot at my elk?
Like, who else is around?
They're thinking, man, somebody shot at my elk.
It's a shame we can't make the two games. Like, I can get into your game or you can get into
we
mine.
can't. Oh, but you're on
I'm
PlayStation.
on
I can't do
PlayStation.
it. But anyway, no, because then we'd be cussing at each other.
We'd have the headsets on.
All right, well, go check it out for yourself. And you know what? Go to our Facebook page and you be the judge. You tell me if that is a flesh wound scapula hit on that doe that I have posted on the Facebook page. Because I'm telling you, you agree with the game, we got problems. But go check it out. The Hunter, Call of the Wild. Do yourself a favor. Don't download it yourself. Make your kids do it. And then watch them play it for about 25 hours. And they'll know how to do everything. And then they'll teach it to you.
That's what I need. I need somebody to kind of
and that's what I told Barrett. Barrett's like, well, Dad, you need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do that. I go, you need to come over and just play it for 12 hours straight and get me enough cash where I can buy the 270 Warden. That's all I'm asking.
Cheating.
Because once I get the 270,
cheating, man. Get out of here.
Nothing's living. I got to get rid of that crappy 243.
Where are we at for time?
We're going to take a break. It is the Big and Wild Outdoors. I'm Braden Gunn. This is Captain Vince Noble. We are in Bone Valley ATV Park, as you can tell. And we're going to take a short one. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Big and Wild Outdoors. Braden Gunn, Captain Vince Noble. He's over there. But right now, we are at a Bone Valley ATV Park, as you know. If you want to go check it out, get all the information that you need to, you can go to bonevalleyatv.com, and all the stuff and all the information is everything there. But in the seat here, in this lovely chic salmon fishing shirt, is the recreational superintendent. Did I get it right?
Close enough.
Is it superintendent or a supervisor?
No, you got it. Superintendent.
We'll just say president of all you survey.
That's it.
Is Mr. Derek Harp. We've known each other for many years.
Good to see you again, bud.
It's good to see you, man. I hated to drag you out here on such a miserable day.
I know. I knew you were coming, and I ordered the weather for you, and I hope I did okay.
We got the right man in charge of this. I can tell you that right now. Well, how are things going out here? We talked to Joe a little earlier, and the finding Sasquatch went off without a hitch. But
5K was tremendous. We did about 265 runners. Tremendous day.
Now, when you say runners, are you talking about people who do every single trail in this entire park?
So what we do for the Sasquatch run every year is we do a 10K, a 5K, and a 1 mile race all at the same day. And we have people that do all three races. We have people that do one, pick which. But yeah, we had 265 people register. and ran this past
Saturday.
January.
Yeah, past weekend. But if you go to the website, if you go to Bone Valley ATV, you'll see there's a map on there, and you can see how all the trails are lined up, like we talked about a little earlier. But are they doing the outside perimeter trail?
Oh, they're running the trails, and they even run the track for the 10K and the 5K. So
the motocross track?
yeah. So we put it through. I tell you what, we got some dirty looks. We even sent them over the big bridge, the new big bridge over there.
Oh, to the new property
for the 10K. We sent them to the new K, and on the way back when they had to go back up that bridge, yeah, I was probably called a few names during that.
Now that's funny because some of the cities in the area, like Tampa's known for the Gasparilla Run, and then you got the big hospital run, and you got all these big marathons that are all run on flat, even Florida pavement.
Uh-huh.
Whereas you come out here,
we don't believe in that.
It's a little bit
we don't
different.
believe in that. That's for we believe in challenging.
This is a true woods run.
It is. It's a cross country run. We don't make any bones about it. You're going to run on grass. You're going to run on sand. You're going to run on clay. You're going to run, and it's going to be through the woods. And if you catch a bobcat or a hog, you can take it with you.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's,
absolutely.
as long as it's in season, you're all good.
Don't bother Sasquatch. So.
Sasquatch. But now, speaking of sand, Vince, we're showing the clip that, Vince went out for a little run. They got into what we like to call here in Florida sugar sand, because it is literally like quicksand for the wrong tires.
That's right.
So running in it is 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, we try to limit that. There is going to be some, but we don't want to lose anybody, right? So
Right.
we do have winches on our ATVs. We
Right.
can pull you out if you get stuck in it, but no, we try to limit the sugar sand and keep them on the trail, the shell paths and things like that. But no, we get them off. I mean, you're not running the roads; you're running the trails.
The trails. Now, that's just one of the events that you guys do every single year, and as we pointed out in the first segment, that the only days that you're really officially closed is Christmas and Thanksgiving. But all the other holidays, you actually have events out here. 4th of
We're
July.
here. Yeah, we want you here, right? I mean, we know when you're off. And people have a misconception. You call the Parks and Rec office. We're open 8 to 5. Our parks are open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Like I said, we do close this park if it falls on Christmas or Christmas Eve usually, but we're open. We want you on your days off to be able to come here and have a good time. And if it's after Christmas, we want you to come out and bring that brand new ATV that you just got side by side and come out here and ride. So it doesn't do us any good to be closed on those days. We want to do it. I know our staff gets a little, we take care of them though, but they're, we want you to come out and have a good time, and weekends are the best time to do it, or a holiday. On a Monday, if there's a Monday day off, come out here. We're going to be open.
That's awesome. Yeah, any of the Monday holiday days is always a good time to come out to this, because all the other real parks and whatever that they talk about are jammed up with people. You come out here and bring your ATV or UTV or two wheels and have a great time with the kids. And this is one of those great places where I know that certain age groups have to be with a family member at all times, but for the most part, for the teenagers up, 16, 17, 18, man, you can just turn them loose.
This is an ultimate family park, right?
Yeah.
We want you to be able to come in, bring your trailer, bring your vehicles out here, set up in your chairs underneath the tree like we are now.
Right.
Bring your grill all day, hang out and ride, right? Bit out in nature, see what you're going to see, and have a good time on these trails. And for an ATV park, which has some inherent dangers, right? We all know that. You put vehicles out here. We've done everything we can to try to keep it as safe as possible with high-speed vehicles going around tight corners, right? We've done a pretty good job of that, and our staff does a tremendous job with upkeep and maintenance of the park.
It's a park.
It is a park. We didn't want to. Nothing wrong with mud holes. I mean, we all grown up playing in those things over the years, but we wanted a park, a family-friendly park to come to, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that. That
when you step out and you start unloading equipment, that there is above and beyond safety being done out here. We talked about Croom a little earlier, and when I grew up and used to go take the old the old YZ or the old RM 125 and go up there, it was a nut house. I described it as the mosh pit at a Slipknot concert. I mean, you got people going everywhere in every direction, making new trails, making old trails, cutting a hole in a fence. I mean, whatever, and you don't have to worry about that out here.
No, we designed these trails to be fun and safe. All of our trails are one directional, right? In other places, that's not the case.
Right.
We want to be safe as possible. So when your 15, 16-year-old gets out on the trail, you know they're coming back, right? You know where they're going to come back at. You know where they're going to be. So that was important to us. We have training areas here that allow you, if you're new to it, you buy a new ATV, a new motorcycle, you can come and ride in an enclosed area where your parents can oversee you and ensure that you're mastered that before they put you on a trail. And our trails are ranked, easy, medium, and hard, difficult, right? So you know what they're getting on. So you can say, hey, just go to the green trails, and the signs are there. It's easy to navigate. They can challenge as they get better. They can go up in difficulty. We wanted it to be an experience.
Well, I know I've said this in past broadcasts when we'd come out here and we would broadcast the show from out here, that if you go, like I said, you go to the website and you look at the map, you'll see that, A is a little trail.
Yep.
Then B is a little bit longer. Then C is a little bit longer. Then D is a little bit longer. And then they kind of progressively get harder, but they all go back to the main road.
That's right.
So you're not going to have to worry about getting lost. If you do break down or something busts, it's an easy walk back to the main road to get back to the thing. You're not stuck out in the wilderness somewhere waiting for somebody to go past you at 80 miles an hour and not help. One of the good things about the dirt bike, or actually the UTV community, is if you forget a wrench or something's not running right, there's 9,000 experts that'll be out there that'll help you fix it. I got a chain, I got a master link, I got something, and they're always here.
And everybody's got a tow strap. Everybody can bring you back in. It's just a great community. Like we have, we got people that are regulars. They're here every weekend. We see. They've been here since we opened the park 8 years ago.
Wow.
It's great to see this community.
It's been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long. It's been that long, and
Goodness.
It's changed a lot since we came out here the first time. When you first came out here, we had basically the trails, and that was about it. A couple of hill climb areas. We didn't even have the first track. Now we've got 2 tracks.
Oh, I know.
And we got another set of trails. Like we are very happy with our growth and where we're going, and we've done it incrementally. We've done it efficiently as far as use of money, use of grants, things like that. Kept the burden off the taxpayer when it comes to that, the county taxpayer. So very happy with our growth and very excited about the future. The next 2 years are going to be amazing out here. And
well,
it's going to be fun.
I used to always say it was always fun to come out here, because when you'd sit down in the chair, you'd be like, hey, you need to come out here in about 6 months because we're going to have the new motocross track set up. Oh, you need to come out here and go see the new track because we got a professional designer that came out and built this track. And so every time we'd come, it'd be this progressive. And now, if you drive down 460 down 640, here, yep. 640, you got a bridge going over it, going over to the new side across the road.
So that bridge has been open about 10 months now, 11 months. That connects the original park's 200 acres, right? The one and you've been here ever since we opened the gates here. We have additional 300 acres on the other side of 640.
Get him, two-stroke!
So we have another 300 acres on the other side of 640. Well, 640 is busy, especially with 630, that's right.
630, yeah.
630 is busy. We got a mine entrance down the street from us. You're connecting Mulberry, Fort Meade, running back those back roads there. We needed a bridge to go over it.
Well, not only that, as I pointed out in one of the segments, we are in Polk County. Grady Judd is the sheriff. And if one of them guys catches you on the road with no turn signals, no driver's license, no tag or whatever, crossing a public road with a dirt bike sometimes can get you in trouble. So it was great thinking on your part, not only on the safety portion of it, but also for the I'm not getting a ticket portion of it. You know what I'm saying?
We just feel so much better with that bridge there connecting those properties. And that property now, we have a portion of it open. We got about 40 acres of it open. We'll have more each year as we kind of grow. We have the MOTOCOASTER open now, and it's open on Saturdays and Sundays, and it is the most fun trail that I've ever been on. Right? I've met with.
Is that the hill climb?
No, you haven't been on the MOTOCOASTer yet. I took one of
MOTOCOASTER is what you're calling it? Okay.
It is, yeah. So I took.
Did you go on the MOTOCOASTer?
Not yet.
He hasn't been yet. It's on the new side, on the 300 acre Bone Valley North is what we call it, north and south. We're on the south side now, but north side, the MOTOCOASTer. We took one of our heavy equipment operators. Bob is tremendous, and said, hey man, we just stood out there on one of the berms, old mine berms, and said, I want you to build us a trail. You got 40 acres. I want you to build us a trail that feels like you're on a roller coaster while you're sitting on the ATV. He called me back about a month later, and he had done a stretch of it, and he said, I want you to see it, and I rode it, and I had a smile on my face. I haven't stopped smiling since it's been, he built it. It's about a mile and a half now, and it's the most fun I think I've had on the ATV.
Go get Joe, go get the cart. We're going to take a ride on that thing, man.
I'll take you over there in a few minutes.
That'll be awesome.
Well, VIP experience.
Well, now, we know what the park does. We know what it's here for, and it's for great stuff, but every year you have events that come up, and when the summer coming up here and kids going to be in and out of school, are you going to have anything special coming up here within the June, July, August area?
The easiest way is to stay on our Instagram page, right? We'll have some back to school days, right? Some fun summer days where it'll be $5 days where they can come in for everybody for $5, right? We'll have that. We'll do a canned food drive around Thanksgiving that you can get in for $5 if you bring a can of food here, right? We'll do certain things. We'll kind of reinventing our Rally in the Valley, which is our annual event. It usually happens this time. We're taking a year off from that. We couldn't beat it. Last year, I think we had almost 400 people in the park that day.
That's awesome.
We're going to redo it and bring it back better when the motocross track is open. So, yeah, Dream Tracks, built the original track that you've been on.
Yeah.
And across the street, they built a motocross track that we are dying to open to the public. We got a few infrastructure things to do, but it looks good. It weathered the hurricanes. All the water, all the drainage worked fine. We're about to top dress it again, make it pretty, and open it up. We'll start doing monthly rides with it for a couple months, and then shift to maybe twice a month, and then we'll go from there. And then special events in about a year.
Well, now in the future, I know that you've acquired that piece of property, but didn't you tell me that they were eyeballing another piece of property somewhere close by here?
We did. So the good part about it is there's one landowner around us, and that's Mosaic.
Right.
We're happy where we're at 500, but Mosaic's been really easy to talk to if we want to look at finding another piece of property.
Was there camping?
We got a campground coming. So we're in design right now. Bone Valley North is only about, like I said, 40 of the 300 acres is developed. The others we're in design and development with building plans going right now.
I knew it was coming.
It is a 50 spot campground. With bathhouses, the whole 9 yards.
That'd be so great for those weekends.
Special event property. The great part about that bridge is we can do two things at once now, right? We can close that bridge where people can do recreational riding over here for fun, and then have a special event across the street,
or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
So that 300 additional, having that bridge, that 300 additional property, it just allows so much more. We'll have a new rental company here in the next month and a half. We had Revolution, which was a great partner with us for a while. We are finalizing a contract with a new company. Very excited about that. So there'll be ATVs, side-by-sides, and probably motorcycles available to rent in the next month or so.
Now when somebody rents one per se that comes here, they still have to do the safety check. They still have to go through sign the waivers and do all that other kind of stuff like that. It doesn't exempt you from the safety factors.
No, what'll happen is you'll come in and you'll just do the normal stuff.
Right.
When you come in, sign the paperwork, come over to the new rental company. They'll run you through the safety check for them because it's their material, their bikes and things. Put you out there, teach you a little bit about the bike, and then get you out there. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Rentals are great, right? It makes so I can market.
Yeah.
Before rentals, I was just marketing to people with ATVs and motorcycles.
Right.
Now, market to everybody.
Yeah.
If you're visiting.
And that way, if you don't have one or you're even thinking about getting one, you can come out and maybe try one or two different things or that kind of stuff. But when it comes to people coming out here, I know that we talked to Joe a little while ago. The age groups that come out here was what he was talking about, because I think you've got him converted to the dark side. Now he wants to get on 2 wheels and get off of 4 wheels. And he said he met some guys out here. There's a guy that comes out, he's like, what do you say, 80 or 90?
80.
80 years old that comes out here and still rides.
We've got them from little bitty. They'll come and set up over there in one of the training loops and go and do that with the little kids. And then
the little electric razors.
No, we don't allow those. But the little motorcycle, little 50cc.
Oh, the PWs, yeah.
They'll go out there and play on them. And then, like I said, we got every age group out here. It's fun. It's fun to watch them. Riding through here on a Saturday or Sunday when the park is just alive, it's my favorite time to come out here.
Well, now, I know that there are certain restrictions on certain vehicles that are not allowed out here. The old school 3-wheelers,
Yeah.
you can't bring those.
Things we tried to kill ourselves on, but 20
That
years ago.
That
yeah.
Honda 50 man
Yeah.
tried to kill me 1,000 times.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Flip in. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
No
four-wheelers.
Jeeps?
No Jeeps. So it's 4-wheelers. It's side-by-sides and dirt bikes.
So no sand rails. You
No,
can't
can't do
come out
that, yeah.
with big paddle tires
These
and
are
all that stuff.
It's an ATV park.
Yeah.
And we have run off the state guidelines for what that is.
No rock crawlers.
No rock crawlers.
None of that kind of stuff. But
Jeep and the Judd takes care of all that stuff.
yeah, it's just more of the family fun stuff, as you can see. They're going out there and doing their thing.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
No.
For exclusive content, you can keep watching the show on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Because we got to get out of here because we're up in Tennessee and North Georgia.
Oh.
For all your listeners and followers and watchers on UCTV3, come over to our Facebook page. This show's not going to end yet. We're not done.
Yeah.
We got more to do.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to go on the other side and check the other side.
Okay.
So if you're in South Georgia or North Georgia and
Chattanooga,
and you're coming to Florida, bring your bikes with you.
Yeah,
Because
bring
you
your
need to come
ATVs.
right here.
Yeah.
This is the spot.
Bring old Hunting Betsy with you and take her out on the
That's
trails.
There you go.
We got a bunch of those.
All right, guys. UCTV, we'll see you next week. We'll see the rest of you guys on Facebook.
Derek, thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
I did a historic marker kind of memorialize all those citizens that were out there.
We did broadcast.
I grew up on this mission. My great aunt married Fred. Stayed through all this. So we'd go out there. Built the one over there. They also built this. Jason Baker's the owner, Dream Track, Polk County kid, builds everything motocross related to
Right, yeah.
Red Bull. Right.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Great partnership. We've got a
He's a great rider too.
Yeah, his son's really good right now. So we love Jason, and
So he designed this.
he
this
designed
track
and
here?
built it. Dream Tracks came out here and built it. So what we got, everything's kind of ugly right now.
Well, we did go through 2 hurricanes.
We went through 2 hurricanes, but we also, there's a couple of areas, it's old mine property, right? So
Right.
There's some bad spots in there. We wanted to see how it would get through the end of the rainy season. We just got the ultimate rainy season with 2 hurricanes coming through.
Exactly.
The track did wonderfully. All this is cosmetic. He's coming back out here in the next month or so to just redress it. He said if I needed to host a race or something, he could do it in 3 days work. Right?
No way. That's
he'll put it
awesome.
back together. But this is, Jason gave us everything. This is like all his years of experience. This track is phenomenal.
It looks good. It
He
freaked me
even,
out.
He even cut in, see on the sides with the road, there's like 2 tracks.
Yeah.
He cut in and built a water truck route for us as well. So in the safety, so we get safety equipment around here too.
You guys just got a brand new water truck, didn't you, for that?
We have just the bids came in. We got a grant for it. The bids came in last week. We should have it on site at our fleet in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome.
And plumb it a little bit, change the plumbing a little bit because it needs to be set up for a motocross track instead of just water and roads. But man, we're excited about it. This is phenomenal. When you see it, when it's dressed up and ready for a ride, it's going to be spectacular. I'll send you some video footage of.
Well, I mean, what freaked me out is when we turned around the corner and I see all this orange ground. I'm like, where in the world did they dig down deep enough to hit clay? It was like, no, that was brought in by dump trucks.
And
so
all the
it's
big
good.
groups of trees, those are observation areas. You'll be able to take your lawn chair, whatever, and sit under the trees and watch your kids go.
It's
around the track
perfect
all
how
day.
this whole thing meanders through all those nice oak trees over
it's
there.
beautiful.
So you got
He did
shade.
He did a tremendous job. We're excited about that.
This reminds me of like the motocross tracks you would see up north or in Northern California, you know, where you got the trees actually in the track, and it's
talking,
nice.
We're talking with some people. I can foresee a big time race here in the next year.
That would be awesome,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big special event, right?
Well, you know what?
We're going to have what we want to look at 4 or 5 a year, big races where we have because behind this is 50 acres of parking. 50 acres of
That's
parking.
insane.
Yeah, that's bigger than Lester's property.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, right. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But you know, we set it up for big special events, right? Not only will we get the recreational riders coming out here to practice motocross on one of the best tracks in the area, but it's ready for big races. You know, the next few months.
hang on a second. Well, I got to ask you this. I mean, with this track, and it's going to be doing some pro races in here. What
It'll sound like that, something similar when the races are going.
This will be the only one literally within the area besides, I mean, what's the closest one? Dade
City.
Dade
Yeah,
City?
Tampa closed.
Yeah, Tampa's gone.
Bartow's been closed.
St. Pete's been gone for a generation almost.
The only other place they do any motocross is inside the stadiums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Supercross. Yeah.
Or
yeah.
the only place that a kid or a local could go and actually compete and all that stuff on a regular basis is all the way up in Dade City.
Yeah, we want amateurs here all the time.
That's
right? We want
that is
kids.
so
We
cool.
want people to be able to train here, do the thing, and ride. This be their home track, and then host a couple of big special events
That would be
here
great.
every year.
I
The
mean-
cool part is you'll stay here because the campground is going to run from those big trees there all the way down to that far tree there.
So you can fish this lake?
You can fish this lake. We have.
Nice.
We have. If
No
you want
way.
to come out one day and we can do wildlife survey, that's what we call it.
Oh, that's
Ding, ding, ding.
write that down. Wildlife surveying fishing. I like that.
But the overall plan is you'll have to be able to camp here. If you want your kids in the morning, you know, if they don't want to ride all day, they can come out and fish. Eventually, you know, it'll
Right.
take a while. We're going to have a fishing pier right out here, right
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this end, maybe even a little beach area.
Yeah.
Clear out the shore. But yeah,
Then you
this
can
is-
just go from there to there.
That's right.
Or from there to there or there.
Or you go get on the motor
That's
coaster, which
right.
you hear behind us, right?
Yeah, that is so
So
cool.
this is a gorgeous piece of property, and this is only half the property. The property runs, if you're going back towards Mulberry
Yeah.
on 630,
Right.
it runs, so you'll go straight out of our here, past the bridge, go straight down, it makes a turn back to the right, then a turn back to the left. When it turns to the left, that's the end of the property. It's
There's an entrance over there on that side, isn't there? There's a
not
big
yet.
gate.
There will be. There's.
Well, that would make
that
it perfect
was-
for events.
That
for this.
was There's another. Yeah, we're working on the entrance.
Here we are brainstorming, telling it Derek how to do his job.
No,
Yeah,
the
yeah. You know what you need out here, Harp, is you know.
The park's designed already. We're doing the building permits,
Right.
the building plans right now.
The hard
right
part's
now.
happening now.
Yep, getting it through all that, permitting all that stuff. So we'll be doing that for the next 6 or 8 months.
That's
and then
so
we're
cool.
coming in
This is
hitting
one of the
heavy.
coolest places, I mean, in this area.
And you know what?
It's-
It's a gem. It's hidden, but it's in Polk County. It's accessible to just about anywhere an hour away.
So how'd you like
At
to
the
be
most.
your RV toy hauler, sitting up on that hill up there,
That'd be
overlooking that
great.
lake, walking out in the morning with a cup of coffee, looking at the fish and the birds.
I'm in.
The deer. Deer are all over back here, that big parking area here.
Don't mention that.
Well, you got to deal with mosaic if you start shooting too close around here. Their
I'm not-
security's pretty good.
I'm not saying nothing about shooting.
Yeah, no, observing
Yeah,
cameras.
observing.
That's what we do.
What do we call it? What did you call
Surveying.
it? Surveying.
Wildlife survey.
Wildlife survey.
That's gonna be the new word on the show. Wildlife
That's what
survey.
it is.
Well, now, so RV camping, are you going to have any kind of primitive stuff on the other
Yes.
side or the flip side?
On the other side
Yeah.
is our primitive campground, and we probably have space for 65, 80 tents over there too
So
if we get that size.
When is the Bone Valley Cafe coming?
Soon, hopefully. No, I don't know. But we are designing up by the trees. There's pads, we're food truck
You gotta
pads and
rem- you
things
got-
like that
you
for
got-
special events.
You got to
There you
remember,
go.
this is a county, so you can put in your bid to open your snack or your snack bar over there. And
When I put out our
Hot dog.
RP, I'll let everybody know.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
we'll have V&B's hot dog stand.
That's right.
That sounds Italian.
No,
V&B's.
no, we're gonna do barbecue. We're gonna do barbecue.
We should have been passing out business cards over at Strawberry Festival Thursday night, shouldn't
Oh, yeah, really.
Yeah, it's crazy over there.
I? It is.
You know, you do Vinny's Nathan's Italian style hot dogs over there. Vincenzo's.
Well, there is a concession stand plotted on
See?
both sides. No, I mean, even on the other side, we already done a concession area that we wanted, but, you know, you want to get rid of the essentials first.
Just put in the bids for it, man. Take the thing.
That's right.
I watched the movie about them kids getting that hot dog stand at the public pool.
There you
So
go.
I know how it works.
Good Lord, I think on that note we should take a break.
All right, fine. Take a break. Let's go see the next thing.
We're gonna ride.
Okay, right. called the what coaster?
So we always like to have a wildlife thing out here at Bone Valley. So we named it after Bob. It's the Bobcat Motor Coaster is what it is.
Bobcat Motor Coaster,
Yep.
coolest ride ever. And this thing, we only went through like
About
a third of it.
Yeah. So we did opening day, and one of our county commissioners, which was my name, was brought his own ATV out here and had up last. We couldn't get him off of this thing. He kept going around and around, which was awesome. It's good to see that that's what it's for, right?
Yeah, but now, but the motor coaster is also a one-way.
Yep, one way.
So you go in one side and you come out on the main road?
You come right through here, and you end up right back by the entrance. We'll go back that way, so you can see where we end up.
Oh, so it keeps going through there?
It goes all the way through there, back around, and this is where it starts going the other way. And it's not.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Big and Wild Outdoors. Braden Gunn, Captain Vince Noble, and Big Chief Bottle Washer Scrubber Guy, Derek Hart. Otherwise known as the big giant superintendent of the recreational superintendent.
That's good enough.
That sounds great. Of course, we're out at Bone Valley. He just took us on the tour of a lifetime, which
my God.
You'll see on the videos and stuff. It was awesome. But we wanted to end the show at this little special place because when we went by it, Vince immediately fell in love with it and somehow wants to build a house here.
Right over there.
Right on this beautiful lake here. Of course, it was done by years of digging up precious phosphorus here in the state of Florida.
And I got him an ants.
Now turn around and it's beautiful. And he found a nice fire. That's the way you end this show. Vince dancing off camera with fire. Thank you so much.
Always good to see y'all, man.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you for letting us come out. Did they get you?
They got me.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pile.
Yeah, they got me.
That's awesome. Thanks again, Derek. That was awesome.